Hello!
Hello!
Happy Wednesday!
Wine Wednesday. I like to start everything out with a song.
Yeah. Just gets the flow going quite nicely.
Hello, Mark Jackstad, Logan, Lisa Ligorio. Hi, everybody.
Hello. Well, welcome back to Wine Wednesday with Allie and Niki Wente. We are pleased to be back another day and drinking one of my favorite varieties, Merlot, today.
We are, and we're drinking two different Merlots. Today we have our estate-grown Sandstone Merlot from Livermore. And then we also, sorry, I was just showing it to the Instagram because I know Facebook can see, but then we also have our nth degree Merlot. Hi, everybody. So, one thing that we learned is we need to get a little bit better at reading everyone's comments that come in. So I am going to be the moderator.
Woo!
Niki is the baker, and I'm going to be making sure to answer any of your questions or your comments. Andrea, you made it. So glad to see you here. And so if you have questions, shoot them away. I'm going to be watching, and I will get them this time. I promise.
Yes. And hopefully she'll ask some questions, and you guys answer, so that we can read out your answers and maybe get some ideas for ourselves.
I see we have a couple first-timers. Thank you for joining. It means so much to us. We have Janine on here. Janine is our new artist for the artist series for the wines that we offer at our tasting room or for our club.
Small lot wines, they're beautiful.
Exceptional. Her art is incredible.
Beautiful. Sometimes I don't want to drink the wine because the art is so pretty.
Work of art.
And the wine is so good though. So it's like one of those, you have to toss it up and trade out, but keep the bottles, you know. You can always save it empty or fill it with something else, like a candle.
It could be art itself.
Yeah, exactly.
So one thing I do just want to talk about is the social distancing standards that are still in place and very much important to our nation right now. And I want to, because I think there are a lot of first timers on the live right now, to let you know that Niki and I are sisters, we're family, we're also neighbors, and so we have kind of been in this together from the start. We're being very responsible, still keeping our distance well together, though we have to get a little bit close to be able to get in the shot, but otherwise, it's so great that I can tell her to stand away from me.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was kind of rude. No, but really, we've been through this together the whole entire time, and I mentioned in the first one we did 2 weeks ago now, that I was in Livermore, and Allie moved back to Livermore to come work for our family, and she bought a house in Livermore, and I decided to move in right next to her because when you get her back, you got to get close.
It's true.
So we are very, very fortunate to be sisters and best friends and be able to endure something so serious and you know, anxiety driving together, but I want to make sure everyone is staying safe and socially distant from others that they're not with every day, and keeping to your household. And we consider ourselves a household as next door neighbors and sisters. So.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Niki. Mm-hmm. She is my best friend, and I see a lot of other friends on here. We have some folks from a Wine Express and Wine Enthusiast. New Wednesday night tradition. Love it. I used to work for Wente's in the early 80s on the weekends. That's amazing.
That.
Love that. How is the family? The family is good.
Yes.
We are all healthy and well. We're very blessed.
Our grandmother, Jean, who is
94.
She is the head of the household across all of the Wente's. And she's doing amazing. Yes. So we bring her groceries, we cook her dinner and leave it for her, and she's just doing well. She could use a little bit more social interaction, but we'll get there soon, I'm sure.
But she did call my dad last night and demand more wine be delivered to her house, which I thought was incredible. So she still got it, and she still knows. Yeah. Hi, RNDC and Young's Market. Hi, Falana. Good to see you. Thank you for joining, you guys. This means so much. So tonight, we are excited to do something a little bit different, and I'm sorry, we're trying to make the angle,
I might be looking
as I say that,
at Facebook.
I know we're trying to make the angle as good as possible. But really what we're doing is we're going to be baking because on the first episode, here we go.
And now it's just me. Hello. Do you guys like my wine shirt? I figured it was appropriate.
On the first episode, we kind of talked about what we've been making time for since we all have more time at home.
Yeah.
And Niki is an incredible baker. And so a lot of people said that they were baking. And I don't know about you guys, but I feel like everyone is baking right now.
Yeah, I agree. I've been baking. I think I've baked almost every day, which is almost not
terrifying.
It's
terrifying.
So I've tried a lot of new recipes. I've done a lot of fun stuff. But tonight I'm doing a super simple, tonight I'm doing a super simple recipe that is super quick. So you guys will get it within like 20 minutes total. And it's one of my favorites because people who know me know I love sweets, but I personally love chocolate and cake. So if you put them together, a chocolate molten lava cake is what you get. Or chocolate cake.
What people don't realize is that Niki served cake at her wedding before food. Like you sat down at the dinner table and it was a piece of cake. Yep. It was the amuse-bouche, and then there was another cake at the end.
Yep. If you don't have cake before and after dinner, what are you doing? Feels like a bad call.
I love it. Everyone's eating cookies. Love that. Jules Ramona Fickett can't stop baking. I know I saw that Russell Kaplan's on here, and I see pictures of his sourdough bread about every day, and I think he needs to start,
sending
selling it. Send it to me.
Send it to California.
I wonder how I can get that, but I know it's complicated. So here we are.
So I can get started, and then we can continue talking to you guys and interacting and asking questions. So first, for this recipe, it's a dessert for two recipe by Christina Lane, and I've been following her for a long time on Instagram, and I finally ordered one of her cookbooks, and it was probably like the best, worst thing that I've ever done because now I'm cooking dessert for two every night.
This is the cookbook.
Yeah, this is the cookbook.
Dessert for two.
And so basically it's just desserts that you can make for you and your husband, or you and your sister, or you and your best friend, and then it reduces having all of the extra that you eat the next day.
Or you and you have one tonight and one
tomorrow. It works both ways. So however you'd like to do it. But to quickly tell you guys what I'm up to here is I put a 1/3 cup of chocolate chips in here, semi-sweet, but it's supposed to be semi-sweet, but I only had dark chocolate. So we're doing dark chocolate tonight. And 4 tablespoons of butter. So 2 tablespoons a person, it's fine. You'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
And then you can't see me, but you can hear me. It's gonna go in the microwave in 30-second increments until it's melted. So I'll just kind of stir it every 30 seconds to make that melt together. And this is literally the easiest recipe. It's like out of control. Oops, sorry. I keep not focusing on both.
I just saw something that said everything is backwards on the screen. Is everyone else seeing anything backwards? Should I fix that? Is it right? No, I think that's the wrong way.
Oh, just kidding.
The wrong way. Okay, just want to make sure everyone can see this. It is a little bit backwards, I will say that, because
like the E is backwards, right?
Yeah.
So, on Instagram, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well,
it says wine. It doesn't say E.
We'll do our best. Okay, no, it's fine. Thank you. Good. Okay, great. Just your shirt. Yeah, the shirt is backwards. That says wine. I know. I didn't get the memo to wear a cool shirt. But while we bake, we're drinking our Sandstone Merlot. So I'll show it to Instagram first. Here it is for the folks on Facebook. This is part of our estate grown collection at Wente Vineyards. So actually all of our wines at Wente are estate grown, 100%. Niki manages the vineyard, so she walks up and down the blocks and makes sure that everything is looking beautiful and great. So it's really fun to have family who is doing that and kind of in charge of the farming. And everything is certified sustainable, our vineyards and our winery, so we're super proud of that. And this is an exceptional wine, especially
with chocolate.
Yeah, especially with chocolate too, that too. What are you guys drinking? Tell me, what are you drinking? Is anyone else drinking Merlot? Let's see. You love the Sandstone. Me too. Oh, you want me to pour the wine. I see. Here you go.
So, as you can see, after 2 30-second little microwaves, we are now melted. So this is good. So next up, I am gonna add three tablespoons of sugar and one quarter tablespoon or teaspoon, excuse me, 1/4 teaspoon of espresso powder, and that just brings out the chocolate a little bit. So you add that in there.
Keeps you awake.
Yeah, keeps you awake.
Mar Viramontes, I see that you're drinking nth degree Merlot. We are about to do the same. So fun that we can be drinking that with you, and we can't wait to get onto that. We were kind of doing one at a time. Artisan Red for you tonight.
Ooh,
Simply
yum.
a Dad, that's amazing.
All right. And then a little bit of vanilla
Southern Hills
extract.
Cab, delicious. Oh, sorry, Nikki has putting now vanilla extract into the next.
Just a 1/4 teaspoon because it's only for 2 people.
Yeah, and Nikki, is it important to do it while it's all melty?
Yes, you want to keep everything melted, and then you stir after you put the sugar and the espresso powder and the vanilla
Oh my gosh.
for about.
It smells
super
so good.
You stir for like a minute just to let it cool down a little bit because you don't want it to be hot when you add the eggs because then you'll cook the eggs before you can blend them in.
Wow. I'm
So
getting
super
really
important.
excited for this dessert. I'm so lucky I'm here. It's gonna be all mine.
All right, now we're going
So-
with the eggs. So it's 1 egg and 1 egg yolk. So you have to eat the egg whites separately.
Do we suggest the Wente Cab or the Wente Sauvignon Blanc with mac and cheese?
Ooh, I'd probably do the Sauv Blanc.
I'd probably do the Sauv Blanc.
I'd
too.
probably do the Sauv Blanc. I love the Wente Cab though, but mac and cheese is so big and the cab is so big, you wouldn't want them to compete. You gotta pick who you want to be the star of the show.
Yes. Lisa Levan says, just do Reba. I agree with you, Lisa. I love Reba so much.
Yeah, if you like Chardonnay, Reba, we're Reba girls.
Can you add Nikki's dessert onto your next wine order? That's amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know if this one would turn out so well. She makes it for us sometimes, and when she's done, it's like a ooey gooey deliciousness on the inside. Drinking Riva Pinot, one of your favorites. Mine too.
One of my favorites.
Mine too.
Okay, and then lastly, the last ingredient is just 2 tablespoons of flour. And then there you go. There you have it. You got yourself a nice little chocolate cake. And then you put it, once it's all done, you put it into the ramekins, 2 separate ramekins, and you put it in the oven for 13 minutes at 425. And I'll post this recipe on my Instagram stories for sure. It's Niki_Wente, Wente. And that way you guys can all check it out.
Yeah, she's going to post the recipe. And I just saw that we should do a dessert and club pickup. That's amazing. Nikki is making chocolate molten lava cake?
Yes.
Chocolate molten lava cake for 2. It's from a dessert cookbook called Dessert for 2. And she makes all of it. Better put the recipe on the website. We will post the recipe for sure. What's the book called again? Dessert for 2.
Dessert for 2.
Yeah, actually, good. Nice to point that out, Rosebud. There is hardly any mess either with this dessert. It's super easy, so I think that was something we wanted to share with you guys because I know we're home and we all have a little bit more time on our hands, but at the end of the day, it goes by really fast, don't you think? So just wanted to give you something that's kind of easy and a little bit more approachable.
Yeah.
Going to need more ramekins. Yes. That's all. It's always handy. Nikki has like 100 ramekins.
I have so many. I'm like constantly making things. I just made my very first souffle last weekend and it was delicious. It was a chocolate creme marnier souffle because you can't make dessert without alcohol. Okay, so I kind of messed up by like putting a little bit on the side there, but like you see the idea. It's beautiful. It's chocolate cake. It's gonna be delicious.
Chocolate cake.
All right.
So if you guys could have Nikki, we should make a TikTok.
Oh my god.
We actually have tried to make a TikTok.
And I hurt my knee so bad that I don't know if I can do it again.
It was one of the dancing ones.
Alexa, 12.5-minute timer.
12 minutes and 30 seconds, starting now.
The help of technology.
It's a 13-minute timer, but that's usually what it's supposed to be, but I just thought I would do 12.5 just to make myself feel like I can leave it in the ramekin. So if you leave the dessert in the ramekin until it's cold, you cook it through all the way so you don't get the molten center. But if you only leave it in the ramekin for like 3 minutes and then you dump it over onto a plate and serve it, then you'll have that molten center that you're looking for. So you don't want to, you can make the batter ahead of time and store it in the fridge. I'd recommend taking it out and letting it get to room temperature before putting it in the oven. But you want to put it in the oven like right before you're going to serve it, 13 minutes before you're going to serve it, because that'll help you to get that molten center.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to the wine.
She manages vineyards and she owns a bakery.
Not yet. Someday. Actually, I don't know. That seems like a lot of work.
Hi from New York. Thanks for joining in.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Dave the wine guy says that we just turned his Alexa on. That's hilarious. That's actually
love it.
really
How
funny.
many other people's Alexas do
Hi
we
from
just turn on?
Brazil. Hello. Thank you for joining.
Yeah.
What time is it in Brazil right now?
It's gotta be morning, right?
I don't know.
No, Brazil.
Or late.
Yeah, late. I don't know. I'm not great with
Bubbles
time
and chocolate
zones.
would be delicious. I love sparkling wine. So good. People want dessert delivered. We have to
Okay.
figure that out. It comes with
Same.
Merlot. So. And a dessert TikTok. We're gonna need some inspiration here.
Yeah.
You guys need to send us some TikTok inspirations.
I personally don't have a TikTok yet, but if someone sends me like the link to one that I can watch, I'll try and recreate on her TikTok. Yeah, so I just think that Merlot pairs so well with chocolate. So this is why we did this. And also Merlot is one of my favorite varietals. It grows so well in Livermore. It just really does beautiful things. Our soil is perfect for it in a lot of the hillside areas, and hillside fruit tends to be really structured, really beautiful, really concentrated in the flavors. So we are lucky to have such beautiful rolling hills in the Livermore Valley to produce these two wines that we have here. And I always say that the sandstone is such a steal because we, in general, our winemaker Andy Lynch for small lot wines likes to do multiple different vineyards, which are different nations with to kind of make what is the nth degree. So we'll farm all these blocks beautifully to try and produce the highest quality fruit, go to the nth degree, as they say, and then we have lots of extra because the nth degree is such a small program. So all of the extra goes here to the beautiful sandstone, and that's what makes this bottle just such a great value. So everyone, drink up your sandstone, and I will stop talking super nerdy because I just love chocolate and wine.
We love it. It's a good balance. It's a great balance. Sacca is also a really beautiful vineyard on these beautiful rolling hills. It's exceptional. So,
and the home ranch is another vineyard that we have Merlot planted in, and it's actually where the original 49 acres that we purchased and we're farming in 1883 when we started up. That's where this part of this bottle in this nth degree and in sandstone, actually, both of them, they come from that home ranch. So it's pretty cool to our heritage, I think, personally.
I think so too. I also think that Merlot is just a varietal that is so delicious, and it doesn't necessarily get the time and attention it deserves these days.
Because sideways.
I know. But you know what? It's so good. And personally, I am more, well, I think truly at heart, I'm more of like a sparkling Chardonnay Pinot drinker regularly. I love everything though. But I love Merlot maybe more than Cab.
Ooh.
Maybe.
Merlot is actually like sneakily one of my favorite varietals.
Yeah.
Pinot is like near and dear to my heart because I worked for a beautiful Pinot Noir grower and producer, Flowers. If you guys have had Flowers in Sonoma Coast, shout out to Flowers because absolutely love their wines. But that is kind of like where my affection for Pinot Noir came from. But Merlot is near and dear to my heart. My favorite Merlot of all time is the Myriad as well Merlot. So if you guys have not tried it, and Myriad as well is a sister brand, so I'm allowed to say that, right?
Yeah, no, we love Myriad as well. I just thought, do we still make a sparkling wine? We do. It's available online or in our tasting room. We don't sell it nationally, so feel free to check out the website if you are missing it. Okay, we want to ask you guys questions. We have time.
Yeah.
What are some things that you're doing to make time? Are you guys baking? What are you doing? Let's talk about it. What do you want Nikki to make and post on her story with the recipe and how to? Let's challenge her.
I honestly have such a hard time, like, posting a picture of the food. Like, I get the food, or I make the food, and then I serve the food, and then I eat the food, and I don't have time to take the photo. But I'll work on it. Hungry girl.
Oh my gosh, you guys are so fun. People are making time for a puppy.
Oh, puppy!
Hi, Heather. People
I
are making
love
time to
that.
break bread. People are making time to drink. We have been too. TikTok. I know, it's crazy. I really had no idea what TikTok was, but now that we have more time, I definitely checked it
Learning
out.
to make pizza. You just made pizza.
I did. Nathan and I, Nathan's my husband, had an Italian-inspired weekend. So on Friday, we
Tiger
made...
King.
Yeah, Tiger King for sure.
I'm sorry.
On Friday, we made homemade pasta, and we tried to recreate something from one of our favorite restaurants in San Francisco. And then we made homemade pizza, because we have this crazy cool little portable pizza oven that our friends got us. And so we had a very Italian weekend. We even had an Italian breakfast, and we had like prosciutto and arugula, tomato, and egg.
Yeah, very Italian.
Which is very Italian.
And it turns
so it
out
was
that
awesome.
I'm actually married to the Italian.
Yeah, I'm not married to an Italian. What restaurant? We were trying to recreate the macaroncelle from Seven Hills in San Francisco. It's a little Italian restaurant, and it is just so delicious. Uni, yes, I do. I have a Uni pizza oven.
Is that the one?
Great guess. So yeah, it's a Uni pizza oven. OONI. It was a gift, and it is the most fun gift I've ever
Zach,
received.
is that the one that you have also?
Sounds like it probably is.
Yeah. Seven Hills.
I see other love for Seven Hills coming in here. Yeah, it's a great little spot for sure.
It's fun.
I see people have made time for Ozark.
Oh yeah, Ozarks just came out. The Tiger King. I almost started today's video. Hey, all you cool cats and kittens.
I told her not to do that, but she just did it.
I told the workers that I would do it. So, welcome, Wolf.
Okay, I just realized there are coming in Facebook.
I'll try and keep up.
You like that?
Nice.
Baking sourdough. I swear everyone is baking sourdough. Sorry, Instagram. I feel like my mouth is like.
Now switching over to the nth.
Hi, Helena. You're working on some fun projects for the Scheid family. That sounds good. Love it. Love it. Love it.
I'm gonna just put this here. Is that okay? Just.
Yeah, you're fine.
There.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
Okay, Nikki has moved on. I will too. This isn't taboo. This is what we do in the wine industry.
Yeah. They didn't even know what you
This
did.
is called working. Okay.
It just disappeared.
So Nikki, what is the difference between sandstone and nth degree
Yeah.
from a flavor profile perspective? You
Flavor
already talked
profile.
about
Yeah,
the
the
vineyards.
vineyards. So a lot of the vineyards are actually the same, believe it or not, which is what I think makes sandstone so great. But the nth degree is going to be a lot riper, a lot richer, a lot more deep, dark fruit, almost like a baked pie kind of a fruit there.
Mhm.
Whereas it's going to be more fresh fruit in the sandstone. And a lot of that has to do with picking date. So we pick the nth degree Merlot a little bit later than we're going to pick the sandstone Merlot. So you're kind of going for two different flavor profiles, two different sugar levels, different alcohol levels. So that being different. Yeah, honestly, jamminess and so much cocoa from the nth degree Merlot, which is why I thought, like, what a better thing to pair with chocolate than something that smells like cocoa to me.
There you go. By the way, I feel like I just need to call this out. I hope I'm saying your name right. Rima Mason, happy anniversary. Thank you for joining us on your anniversary and for baking with us. She's baking cupcakes
Oh,
for their
lovely.
anniversary.
Aww.
So sweet. Barbara is going to be baking cranberry and walnut sourdough. tomorrow.
Ooh.
Really stepping up the sourdough game.
Yeah.
That sounds delicious.
I'll have to tell my mom because she just baked some sourdough today and it was not cranberry walnut, so we're gonna have to make her step up her game.
Yes. Rebecca, I'll have to get that pizza dough recipe from you. Sorry, you guys, I'm just trying to read any April Fool's jokes.
Ooh. Well, I did get one from Sharina.
I did too, and it's not appropriate.
Yeah.
She told me I posted a picture and I didn't mean to, and it scared me. She sent me a text saying, why'd you post that picture?
I got an April Fool's joke on a Skype call from a coworker who never speaks in meetings, and he answered the Skype call with like 15 people and was like, "Hi, Nikki, how's it going?" And I was like, "Brian!" So that was fun. He was like, "That's my first April Fool's joke of the day and the last thing that you're going to hear." And then it turns out we heard from him the whole meeting. So it was almost like an April miracle.
Oh my goodness. Have you guys played any funny pranks on people for April Fools while we're waiting for,
Yeah, Alexa, how much time is left? Alexa, how much time is left? She doesn't always.
You have 1 minute left on your 12-minute and 30-second timer.
1 minute.
This is incredible.
So it's pretty quick, I'm telling you. Quicker than you think. Easy, easy, easy. Like, this is why I love this dessert, because I love chocolate, I love cake, and it's so quick and so easy. Like, I don't know about all of you guys, but I always have chocolate chips in my house, and that's
In the freezer.
In the freezer.
We both do that.
Yeah.
What are other secrets you guys have? Is anyone else here kind of dessert fanatics like we are?
And you keep chocolate chips in the freezer.
I think we activated a few more people's Alexas. Oh, sorry you guys. That's hilarious though.
Mm.
The president was going to alcohol sales. Oh no.
What?
I don't know. That sounds terrible.
What did Jessica say?
Her Alexa does.
Oh, nice.
You keep gummy bears in the freezer. Does that hurt your
teeth?
teeth?
Yeah, that sounds painful.
Wow.
What about?
Let's see what's happening. You have to scroll.
Yeah.
It's not moving with us.
Dang it.
Very confusing.
Oh, that's my.
Go get it. Okay,
that's
so
my timer.
Nikki's gonna pull out her chocolate molten lava cakes right on time. We're trying to keep these a little bit shorter for you guys, so we don't just keep lobbing into the night. Ooh, people are excited for your cake. I think she's gonna challenge us, so this is going to be interesting.
All right, Alexa, stop timer. Sorry if I started anyone's Alexas again. So you gotta let it sit for like 2-3 minutes, just so that you don't burn yourself when you're trying to turn it upside down.
Here, but if you guys want to see it,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how to help Facebook here, but oh, careful for your hand. I don't know how you're gonna do that. Nope, you're gonna hurt your hand. No, that hurt your hand?
No, we're good.
She's hurting her hand. She's gonna drop it like.
There is our little molten lava cake. So it should look cooked on the top, because if it's not looking cooked on the top, there's just going to be way too much gooiness in the middle. But cooked on the top, when you look at it from the oven, it will be molten on the inside still.
Oh, a tip here. Try the chocolate quinoa loaf cake from TJ's. It's delicious and gluten-free. That's amazing.
Ooh,
I've been
yum.
making a lot of like almond flour, banana bread, banana muffins. I try to eat a little less gluten when I can, but I don't always do a great job at doing that.
Yeah.
It smells really good in here, you guys, and I think it's going to go really well with the Ent Merlot. Like, I think they'll both be really good, but the Ent is a little bit more of that, like, richness.
Has that cocoa backing, and yeah,
It's going to be really good.
it's going to be great. I always say that I'm like gluten-free and healthy, but I can't cut out desserts. So desserts are not gluten-free, and they're not usually healthy. That's okay. It's okay.
That's fine. That's totally fine.
And I have to have dessert 3 times a day after every meal, so pretty normal.
Crazy. She's a crazy person.
Oh man.
So let's see what's happening here.
I could also eat 5. See, that's the best thing. Hi, Brad. Brad here is our viticulturist, one of 2. Great to have you, Brad. Dessert is life. Yes, Kristen, I agree wholeheartedly.
Well, can we not turn the cakes over for them? I feel like we need to do that. Or do
Is
we
that
have
at
to
the
wait?
end? Oh yeah, we're at the end of our 30 minutes. I will turn a cake over here.
Nikki's gonna turn a cake for you. Are you gonna do it
Don't
for
worry.
them?
Yeah.
I'm challenging her. I want to make sure she doesn't get away with anything. I'm going to move this so that we can have more room for her.
I'm just trying to make
What
sure.
are our favorite board games? I'm actually really
Excuse me.
I'm really into Codenames right now. If you guys have heard of Codenames, it's so fun. It's a great time. Highly recommend.
It's still kind of hot, so. But here we have our beautiful molten lava cake.
Cut into it.
Yeah, no, you gotta cut into
You
it.
have to show
Usually I
them.
put a scoop of vanilla ice cream with this because I think that's what's important.
So good.
We do have vanilla ice cream, but I'll let. Oh, am I doing this?
You're gonna do it.
Okay.
Okay. I have
Are you
both
ready?
of them. Are you guys ready?
Oh, I should have done it the other way. Damn
The
it!
other way. Oh, but look at it. Can you even tell? I don't know if they can tell. Lift it up. It's gooey in the middle.
It's all gooey in the middle. It's delicious. I swear, you guys will love this.
It's so good.
I love it.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Okay, well, we appreciate you guys joining us and our 30-minute baking challenge, and we did it. I could go on Chopped. Just kidding.
I think she's getting a little full of herself.
Should go on the Great British Baking Show because
You could do that.
that is fun.
Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it. This is our third Wine Wednesday, and they're a little bit silly, but they're kind of fun, and it's good to just relax and connect with all of you and chat and get to know what you're doing and talk to you about what we're doing.
Yeah, and if you guys have any ideas of what you'd like to see, please send them over. Happy to take messages and comments because we want to keep doing these. It's fun, and it's a way for us to connect with you all, and if you guys are having fun, let us know what you'd like to see next.
Yeah, and I think next week we are going to try and interview our dad somehow virtually. So we'll figure
Might
that
be
out.
a
A technological challenge. But we really do think he'd be fun. He's like our family historian, and he is just an exceptional person. So
If we do say so ourselves.
we're not biased.
Yeah.
But
Let's get a shout out for Phil for all the people who know him.
He will essentially talk about some wines and some Livermore history, and just kind of talk about some fun things. A little different than baking chocolate cakes.
Yeah. But we can do that again if you liked it.
Yeah. I love it. Well, thank you so much, you guys, and I hope you have a great night. And Nikki's going to post this recipe onto her account. We'll send it to the Wente Instagram too, so that they can repost it if you want to try and make it, because as you saw, very effortless, very delicious. I'm
Super
about to eat
easy.
this in front of me, and I haven't even had dinner.
Thank you,
So.
Dessert for Two. Also, follow her on Instagram if you're looking for someone new. She's great.
Dessert for two. Perfect. Okay. Bye. Thank you for joining. And bye to all of our Facebook friends.
Bye.
Have a great night.
Get that.
Yep. Oh.